this is the moment we've all been waiting for all week. In a stunning turn of events, did you watch it? Because I did. The Streets duo, that's Toby Forge and Maya Frosh, and of course the Flourish duo, that's DJ Flo and Ruthie, were evicted from the Big Brother Niger house on Sunday night. It was like, what? Big Brother, how could you do this? I mean, just when we thought he couldn't do anything worse than giving us a custodian, package, he then does a double eviction. Now, this surprise eviction occurred after the Wani Handy pair. They were custodians and they chose to save the better duo, leaving the other three pairs vulnerable. But here's what I really found interesting, the fact that the majority of the housemates supported this eviction as well. They had evicted the same pair in their private sessions. That was during their double diary sessions at the Big Brother Niger house, So this contributed as well to everything that happened. Well, joining me on the show, the first set of evicted housemates, very amazing ladies, Ruthie and DJ Flo.
Jeremiah.
Thank you for joining me on Arise 360. So I was asking guys earlier, breathing in a different kind of air. What does it feel like? I'm going to start with you, DJ Flo.
Okay. I mean, as much as I want to say happy to be here, not really, because the idea is to stay till the end. But it is what it is. We're out here now. Grateful for the platform, grateful to even make it this far, because I didn't even know I could do this. I could even go on this experience in the first place. But I'm just grateful for it.
What about you, Ruthie?
Like I said earlier, reality check.
Mm-hmm.
You come out and you're like, oh, I'm back to my real self. And then you're like, Ruthie.
Are people doing that?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
No,
but I'm loving it, guys.
I think it's good to embrace though, because oh my God, Nigerians are just so petty.
Goodness.
I didn't think anyone was going to do that. Now, looking at the whole eviction, were you guys expecting a double eviction that day?
I suspected.
Why?
Because they had it like 3 scrolls there, and then one was save, the other was evict. So it could be 2 things. It could either be save and replace or evict too. So.
That's crazy. What about you, DJ Flo?
I didn't expect it to. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
I was hoping it would just be one person, and then I was hoping it wasn't gonna be me. Or us. Exactly. So
but knowing that Wani and Handy were the custodians, did you really think it wasn't going to be you?
Oh.
Okay. Now you put it that way.
Yeah, let's be real here, because I felt like it was even the Twitter reactions. I don't know if you've had your phones yet. If you look at the Twitter reactions, it was like this was just a no-brainer. Even though some people also felt like streets were also slightly vulnerable because of the Indian eviction the week before. So did you have any suspicion that, it'd be like, say, it's about to go down?
Oh, me, I saw myself and I saw the door, so.
At what point did you see that?
Before the altercation, we've had some other stuff in the house going on, so I knew it was going to be, but I was feeling for my partner because.
DJ Flo, how did you feel about that? Knowing that I have to give it to you, your vibe, everyone keeps talking about the fact that they wish they got to really feel more of your vibe in the house. But how did you feel like, what do I go do now?
Well, like I've been saying, I just feel like it's been a long time coming with, her having to blow up that way, because she's been bottling up her emotions, truthfully, because she's a very blunt person and very straightforward.
Yeah.
I'm very reserved and calm. I can ignore you and act like you're not even in the room, But she's very, she would tell you the way it is, exactly. So, coming into the house, I saw how in control she was of her feelings and her emotions, and not having to just blurt out things because she was upset at the moment. I'm appreciative of that. But I just got to a point where I was like, what, at this point, let her just rant, let her just vent and just let it all out. And at the end of the day, we'll just move on from it. Because like I've always said, we're in that house, regardless of, it's very different from what you know in the outside world. Regardless of anything that's going to happen, you still get to see these people every day. So no matter the kind of altercation or problem you think you would have, you still can end up being in the same team for a task, and then you still have to work together. So I just felt like, okay, just let it out. It's an altercation. It's still possible to make up. But
But did you know the girls outside the house?
Personally, no.
But did you know of them outside the house? Yeah. Was there ever any kind of issue with them? Was there ever any kind of bad energy between you and Wani and Handy?
In the house or
outside the house before you went in? So you've never had issues with them?
No.
So what would you say was a trigger? Like, what was it about the twins and your relationship that it wasn't just one altercation, it was another. And I would thank God you guys didn't see Twitter, because it became like a pass the baton thing, where on one hand, some fans are saying, okay, today, Ruthie got it. Oh, tomorrow it was Wani and Handy. Did you see? That kind of thing where people are like, who won, who lost? So what would you say was the trigger of those issues for you?
I'm really tired of having this conversation.
It's okay because you did go into the house, and I feel like that's why I asked you earlier, before we even started the conversation, if you guys liked interviews, because it's about to be a whole lot of this conversation.
Same questions.
Same questions.
It's about to be that.
Exact.
I know so many good things in the house. Come on, guys.
I know, but that was the biggest. Unfortunately, that was like literally the biggest issue that happened. And it's a valid question, because again, when you see the whole eviction process and the fact that it was very, very vile, these are very important conversations. So again, perspective matters. If you decide not to speak about it, all you can just do is leave that perspective out there. You might have had this conversation a billion times, or you've had it with me before. That's why I want to know. So maybe I can see things differently from what perspective is.
Okay. Okay. So after Ebuka spilled the tea on Sunday, which was a conversation we had, one of the days I was making noodles in the kitchen, and she came to me. I'm like, I don't know which of you it was, but I'm not giving you food because I came to you twice and you denied me. And she was like, oh, it's me. Tofa did not have something, so I wanted to give him something, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then I served you. But I told you how I felt, you get. So when you said the same thing to Onyeka, because she made... she actually called out Onyeka, like she called her the B word, and like Onyeka is a dish, she's stingy, she's that one. And I was like, that was not fair, because you've done it to me twice and I didn't take it too hard, I didn't take it personal, so why are you calling her the B word because of that? And then Ebuka came, I was telling my partner that I didn't think that was fair.
Ebuka like putting it on blast like that?
Yeah, so no, that was before Ebuka put it on blast, But then again, after the whole thing, after this Sunday, they got up, I heard them, she was like, at first she was like, you didn't say it. I was like, no, I said it to you, And then after the whole thingy, and she got up, at that time, like, I was up for eviction. My mind was not in a good place. Like, the least I was thinking of was Wani X and D. So, and then I heard them, like, making some, I call them noise. Calling me a hater and all sorts, And I went to the garden to pick up my towel because I forgot my towel there. When I got there, I heard them talking about me. I'm like, if they're born you well, mention my name. They talk a person back. Mention my name, and then they're like, Ruthie. I'm sure Ruthie.
Which is why fans are now all over the place with Ruthie.
Yeah, Ruthie. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I didn't have to say anything because you didn't say anything to me. I was expecting you to say something, then I will respond. But you didn't say anything, so I walked away, and they were like, tasteless B again, But I walked away, and they apologized to Mayor, and that went by, But throughout that week, they kept poking me, asking weird questions during Truth or Dare, having to kiss him without his consent and stuff like that. So I knew like they were trying to just poke me, and I'm like, you know what, Mayor, they're doing this on purpose. Let's not delve into it. Let's just have fun, because this might be our last days, so let's just have fun and forget everything, And then that Saturday night, everybody was high. We went to drink.
You guys had a party over?
Yeah, I had fun because I felt like, I don't know why I had that feeling like it might be my last. So I just wanted to have fun and then get drunk. And I came back in, and I was hearing some threats like, if you're in my black book, pack your bag, you're fucking leaving. I'm sorry for my French,
Just try to minimize the French, though.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Pack your bag, you're leaving. Blah, blah, blah. So Mayo was singing our favorite anthem, which was, I'm not gonna take it easy on my haters. So I was just singing along because I wanted to distract myself from all the noise, And then they were like, shut up, the B word, shut up, I didn't say anything because you didn't mention my name. Still. So I was still upstairs. They went downstairs. I was like, come and face us. You cannot dare, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, let me make it easy for both of you. Send me home tomorrow. Please, if you don't send me home, then you don't have balls, So that was the altercation that I was like, you know what, I am done. Whatever's gonna happen should happen. But at the same time, I was a little surprised my partner was, supportive of that, because always, every time I'm like, I'm ticking, she'll be like, calm down, never reach. Don't let people see your weakness because they'll always, because they use it against you. So this did not just, the blow up didn't just happen once. It was every other time. So, I mean, I think it was long overdue.
Do you feel like, in a way, mentally speaking, like for anyone's mental health, how would you describe that experience? Because when you talked about poking, I understand what that could do to a person. Like, especially when you're in a confined space and whatever it is you're going through in your head, you're going through it. But that poking, you're trying to elicit a reaction, knowing fully well that, if he's outside, you can
just
do a lot of other things. But you're inside the house, you have rules, you have regulations, you can't really, you have to fight with your mouth, basically, you know? But how did that feel for you, that constant poking? And as her friend, seeing her deal with that, I'm going to start with you. What was that experience for you?
I mean, I know it can be mentally draining because even being in the house, it's a lot. Even looking from the outside world, you think, oh, what's there? It's just Big Brother. You just go there, have free food, have free drink, you relax, you don't have problems. But the house is mentally draining. It's a lot. It takes a lot of mental strength to be able to be there and survive every single day. So when someone constantly pokes you in that way, you have to also be emotionally strong to just overlook. And that's why I said, even initially, I was very appreciative of how in control she was of her emotions. But getting to that point, I just felt like, okay, it's bottled up emotions. Everybody gets to their limits. So it doesn't get physical, it doesn't turn into something else, or it doesn't lead to a mental breakdown or something. Let her let it out. Let her vent. It's normal. Because the truth is, I was in a good place with them in the sense that I was talking to them. We're good. We're vibing still. Everything was good. So I wasn't just going to have issues with them just because. In fact, I was going to have a conversation with them after it. Let's talk about it. It's normal for people to have problems. It happens everywhere. So let's not come here and act all brand new, like, oh, why are you having? Yeah. Exactly. It's normal to have issues, but the ability to have to walk through that is what makes you, strong or whatever. And I just felt like that day, she just needed to let it out. Just vent, do whatever you have to do. At the end of the day, we'll still come back to, like I said, we're still in the same house. At the end of the day, we'll still have conversations. But I mean, it didn't play out the way, we thought it would.
I mean, it's just a game, I think.
Exactly.
Because realistically speaking, like I said, I have sisters, and my sister is literally my best friend. And when it comes to fighting, we fight. And she likes to do that pokey thing. So it gets that thing you just said about vents, everyone just blows up. But then guess what? We have to see each other because we always have something to say. So we make up after. We take into my next question. Do you see yourself moving on from this situation and ever having a relationship with these girls?
Okay, so actually this is going to be the last time I'm going to talk about it in any interview again.
Well, good. So everyone else could just take it from here. Everyone else could just take it from here.
Because I'm drained. Mentally, I was kind of tipsy. I had too many alcohols, and when I listen to those videos of me ranting, I feel bad because, I mean, even if I had those information, I mean, I'm a girly's girl. It's not right to say certain things, So I feel bad. I didn't even want to listen to it because when I hear people play, I'm like, please, I don't want to listen to it. I feel terrible for saying certain things I said to them. But you don't push people and tell them how to react. I had this information since I would have made it a gossip. I would have said them to people. But I never did that. Nobody knew I knew you out of the house, So it was something I felt like I'm looking out for a girl. But you don't tell me I cannot enter where you did enter. How? Girl, So I was pushed. And I needed to fight for myself. I take accountability for everything I said to them. And if there's a chance for us to have conversations and talk, and there's room for apology, I will do that, But you don't know the mental state I was in because that house was actually draining. There were days I'll go and cry.
No, it's okay. I don't want you to cry.
Yeah.
I don't want you to cry. But, speaking about the house just being draining, I don't think anyone really saw that side though because, and that's why for me, I actually relate because no one is looking at it from that angle. What was it about the house that was so draining?
You having to prove to people that you're some type of person when you're not, There was a circle in the house. There was an alliance in the house that people that knew themselves outside the house, and there was another side of the house which were the neutrals, not knowing nobody, so it was kind of difficult to blend in. So I could relate to when what's his name, TJ said that it was more of a tribe thing, because we were in the house. You could tell, like, you would see them, like, gather, that kind of thing. But I wouldn't say that because I had an Igbo sister beside me, even when she wasn't even there. But there were certain things that we're doing in the house that you feel like you have to force a vibe. I'm the type of person, like, if I'm not cool with you, I don't say hi to you, so we don't even begin a conversation. I just feel like the vibe should be mutual. You want to talk to me, I want to talk to you, I want to get to know you. If you don't like me, I sense it, So that alone was mentally draining. Like, you have to prove to people that you're this type of person. That alone, like, messed with my head, because I'm not a people's person. When I don't like you, I disappear, I ghost. Or I block you. It's that easy. But being in a space with people that you feel like they don't like you, you don't know why they don't like you, and you don't like certain people because you also have your own reason, but you have to be in the same space, work as a team. So sometimes you have to, like, put your emotions away and work towards a goal. So that alone was a struggle for me. And as she said, I had to, like, deal with it, like, be in control of my emotions, at the time. So,
and you know what? This takes me to every single woman who has, and it's ironic why this always happens to the ladies in the house. I don't know. It's just ironic, but that's a conversation for another day. Looking at past episodes, like, of Big Brother, past seasons, and then we think of people like Mercy, we think of people like Erica, we think of people like Tasha, who also had this epic blowouts. Obviously, at the time, I'm sure we were all watching and wondering, like, why did you do like this? You should have done like this. But looking at this situation, how do you see those situations differently now?
Oh, yeah, man. People are really taking a piece in the house. And you'll be like,
No, I feel like legit the mental thing about Big Brother should be studied, like reading in a book.
Yeah.
Right? Before anyone goes in, because I don't think I'll survive in the house.
So. Like, the house is different. The dynamics of the house is different from what we see outside. And some of the stories I came out to hear I'm like, this conversations are there from here to here. Why are you guys jumping? Like, and I can't be explaining to everyone because I experienced it, and I don't expect you to understand the way I reacted. I'm human, and humans are prone to mistakes.
Listen, you're preaching to the choir with regards to me. It's everyone else who's watching outside that I don't know so much about, but I totally get that. Now, DJ Flo and Ruthie, you guys are out at the house. And I'd always say, like I said, the house it's just a house. It's just a game. What happens outside is where it matters. I've seen, and it's crazy, guys. I've seen people make it to the end. Like, you won, Oga. What is your excuse? And I've seen people who didn't win do exemplary things with their lives. I've seen people who had the worst kind of situations come out and do exceptional things. So I'm really curious as to what you guys are gearing up for. I don't expect you to have it all figured out now, but just speaking using adjectives to describe what you see in your future. Beginning with you, DJ Flo, what's the next thing for you?
Okay. So, even before coming to the house, I've always been a hard worker and a hustler. And as a Nigerian, I need to hustle, one way or another. Multiple shoes of income, my sister, so it's always been that. But, even going to the house, I was very deliberate about how I wanted to present myself as a DJ. So it was like brand positioning, so I wasn't going to go there with my real name. My name is Flora, by the way.
Flora.
Don't talk to Flora like that. It's Flora. But I went in there as DJ Flo because that was the brand I wanted to push. Exactly. When you hear DJ Flo, you say, turn me on.
Nice.
That's how it should be. So I'm trying to make that bigger, entertain the audience to the best of my knowledge. I'm trying to push the entertainment industry also. Before going to the house, I was an actress before being a DJ, actually. So I don't mind going back into that. I used to host red carpets. Actually.
Oh, I think it would be
Yes.
such a vibe on a carpet.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try my best.
I think it will. You know who you remind me of?
Who?
Guess. A DJ. Just guess.
DJ Switch.
No, Dope Caesar.
Ooh,
I'm not even joking. You give me dope. I've interviewed her before.
Really?
And you 100% give me Dope Caesar vibes.
Really? What's her vibe like though?
Her
Yeah,
vibe is
she
like
likes-
chill and not like she's understated.
Yeah,
But when she
as it
starts,
should be.
she's like a monster. You know, like
nice.
she's
Shout out
like
to
a
Dope Caesar,
monster
though.
there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she's just like, oh hi, hug you. Like hello. Very chill. Like she's not like
Right.
you know? She's not too loud. She doesn't do I've never seen Dope Caesar like do like an extra dance move before or anything. You know how it is with DJ now, everybody's like a dancer, a viber, a hype man. But she's just like a tech guy.
Yeah, I know.
So you kind of give me that
Cooking.
kind. Exactly.
Cooking.
You kind of give me that vibe. So I'm really rooting
Yeah.
for you. I hope I
Thank
get
you.
to see you at Obi's house one of these days.
Definitely.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
Obi
yeah.
like plugs in on this interview
As
and
it
is
should
like,
be. Let me
okay,
add some more
Kachi.
things to that. So the other one is going to definitely be my fashion. Because
Okay.
I mean, going into the house, I mean, I love to dress up.
Yeah, I
I'm
can
not gonna
tell.
lie. So I mean, I want to see.
Where's your hat?
Oh,
Where's the hat?
See, they dragged me on that hat thing. See now, but now the hat is gonna be in your faces. Though. It's gonna be in your faces.
You should make that a thing.
Definitely,
You should make that a
definitely.
thing.
And then even before going into the house, I had a podcast
Okay.
called Bold and Beautiful, the Glass of Wine podcast, where I used
Bold
to
and
talk
Beautiful.
to women who have been through sexual and gender-based violence.
Oh.
You know, it's very dear to me.
Okay.
You know, so I try to help people through things and let them understand that you don't have to be in a situation just because you have nowhere to go. Do not settle. You know, so I mean, I'm trying to see how far I can push that and make it a bigger platform where people can come share their stories, inspire the next woman out there, and then whoever needs help, one way or another, we
Get
can,
it.
render help to
You
them.
know, I feel like that's amazing, and I just hope like the right people are watching and they just plug into because there's so many things you're doing. Someone could just decide to plug in or what.
Yes,
but what
sir.
about you, Ruthie?
I'm very sure a lot of you saw me in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a kitchen girl. I love to cook.
Okay.
So most of the time, if you see me, I'm alone in the kitchen, just doing. I can cook for the entire house. I'm in the kitchen alone. I don't even need help. You know, so I've been doing that for like 7 years now. I own an online restaurant called 990 Parks. Guys, link up. So yeah. I love to cook, so I don't mind. I want to like delve into the cooking industry, the chef, the catering, event planning. Before I was called into the house, I was working for a company where they plan events and other stuff. Yeah, so yeah, I want to look into that too. I mean, amplify it.
Very important.
Also, I'm looking at the entertainment business.
See, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Okay, think of it this way: the entertainment industry is so broad.
Yeah.
You get like there's so much in it. The entire creative economy has different facets to it. There's the music. There's the even catering. You know, let me tell you what makes you an entertainer. You can be a tech person and still being in entertainment. It just depends on how you put out your product, you know, just the method to the madness. That's literally just it. And I feel like both of you definitely have a method to your madness. So I am really looking forward to that. And I like food. But my sister's a chef, but I don't really love cooking.
That's fine. My sister is like you.
Yeah, I don't like that. But I'm really, really big on you guys growing in this space, especially you both. Like, you guys have such a star. And like I said, it's just a game. And no more conversations around that.
Oh yeah.
So we're moving on.
Please.
And we're watching you guys. And congratulations. This is
Thank
the
you.
start of like a whole new
Thank you
phase.
very
So we're
much.
watching
Yes.
Ruthie, DJ Flo.
Turn me on. Let's go.
Thank you.